All right, 6.2b, law of cosines. To start off this lesson, we're going to be working with a formula known as Heron's area formula. Now, if you know all three sides to a triangle, you can figure out the area of that triangle using this formula. Okay, so we know A, B, and C. Those are just the side lengths of the triangle. But what is this S? Well, S is equal to the sum of the three side lengths divided by 2. All right, so let's do an example. Find the area of a triangle having side lengths 5, 9, and 8. So you have a triangle, 5, 9, and 8. And you want to find the area of it. Okay? So first thing we need to do is figure out what S is when applying Heron's formula. So we have 5 plus 9 plus 8. And we divide by 2. We get S is equal to 11. Okay, so area is equal to the square root of 11, which is S, times 11 minus 1 side length, times 11 minus the second side length, times 11 minus the third side length. All right, pretty simple formula to memorize. All right, so I have 11 times 6 times 2 times 3. All right, so the area is equal to 19.9 feet squared. Done. On to the next example. Okay, we have a diagram here. In a softball game, a batter hits the ball to the center field. The center fielder then throws the ball to third base. Right, hits the ball to center field, throws the ball to third base. There's third base. The distance from the center fielder to home plate is 240 feet. Okay, got that. The distance between bases is 60 feet. 60 feet, got that. How far did the center fielder throw the ball? Okay, here is where we will apply the law of cosines. All right, because we have one side, we have another side, and we have the included angle. Okay, so I have D here. I'll say D squared is equal to, it's going to be 60 squared plus 240 squared minus 2. Okay, 60 times 240, and then cosine of 45 degrees. Okay, all right, just take your time setting it up. The setup is the most important part. Okay, so I end up with 40,835.32. And then I just take the square root of both sides and end up with D, which is equal to 202.08 feet. All right, done with that. All right, just once again, take your time setting up the law of cosines. Example 3, a ship travels 40 miles due east and then changes direction. All right, travels 40 miles east and changes direction. When the ship has traveled 30 miles at this heading, it is 56 miles from its point of departure. All right, so it travels 30 miles and then it's 56 miles from its point of departure. Okay, so I have an SSS situation here. And looking at your summary sheet, you can use an alternative form of the law of cosines for figuring out the bearing. Okay, so let's see, what are we going to do here? I need to figure out this angle here. Obviously, this is the largest angle. Okay, so it's going to be cosine of B is equal to 30 squared plus 40 squared minus 56 squared over 2 times 30 plus 40. All right, so I'm just using the alternative form of the law of cosines as seen on your summary sheet. Okay, so I have cosine of B is equal to negative 0.265. All right, take the inverse cosine of both sides. Okay, and I have measurement of angle B, which is 105.36 degrees. So now what do? This is 105.36 degrees. All right, and the question is asking for the bearing. Describe the bearing from point B to point C. Okay, they're very specific, from point B to C. So from here to here, what is that bearing? Okay, so this is north. That's 90 degrees there, right? Okay, so if I do 105.36 minus 90, I get 15.36. All right, so that little angle there, this little angle here, all right, that's the measurement you want to use for your bearing, 15.36. All right, so what's the direction I'm going? I'm going this direction here, which is north to start with, and then which direction am I going? East or west? I'm going east. All right, so I'm going east, but how many degrees? 15.36 degrees. All right, that's all there is to it. All right, just refreshing your memory there with bearings as well. If you have any questions, please make sure to ask. Begin the assignment at the bottom of the page.